Welcome to everybody. Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Boy, we got a good crowd, don't we?
Are you talking about just us?
No.
Yes, we are a good crowd.
Hey, who else matters, right? We're gonna have to talk about that picture behind your head in a minute, but that's okay. That is nice. So, hey, welcome to everybody to the Sunday Night Fireside Chat. I'm BoDean 52. I'll be your host tonight, and want to welcome Brian and Barb with Ride with Two Indians. So we are classing up the place by adding some fantastic folks from.
No, you're not.
Brian's saying no, he's not. So, Colin, who do we got in so far? I see Motorcycle Mom in.
Well, let me look real quick. Bob Nelson, Robin the Lady Biker, who was a previous guest, Judy Sheldon. We were talked about Motorcycle Mama. Welcome. Enrique, Henry, Chip, Doug, Bob. Welcome aboard, guys. I know there's a couple more in there, but thank you so much for joining us tonight. As usual, a lot of familiar names in here. Really appreciate it.
Great. So thanks, Colin. So
Yep.
what we're going to do tonight from just from an agenda type or process type, we're going to basically start with our introductions. Then we got 6 questions tonight, 3 for all 4 of us. Then there's going to be 3 of them for Brian and Barb specifically. And then we'll do the round robin real quick, right? And kind of go from there. Make sense?
The pressure.
What's that?
The pressure's getting to me.
Are you okay?
Can you go over that list again? Because I've forgotten it already.
Sunday night.
Don't worry. I'll put it up so we can see it because I can't remember it anyway.
I'm kidding.
So, hey, Brian, Barb, if you don't mind, can you start us off, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about your channel? And
Heck yeah. So my name is Brian.
Hi, Barb.
This is Barbara. Everybody knows us as Two Indians. And when I say everybody, I mean you could probably put them all in our bedroom here. But but we have a riding channel on YouTube, and it's travel and all kinds of reviews and fun stuff like that. And we're also on Instagram and Facebook at Ride with Two Indians. But it's mainly just a lighthearted, good time. We don't really get serious about anything. We don't get too controversial. I have before, and I've taken that video down, but it was our most popular video. But yeah, we just kind of do fun stuff.
awesome. All right. Jack, you introduce yourself like anybody does. There's anybody that doesn't know the grandfather of motor vlogging.
Yes, I'm very old, guys. I'm very old. This is actually not my beard; it's a wig. But anyway, hey, yeah, I am a HarleyDayRider, your girlfriend HDR. Ride a 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Test rode many Indians. Love the Challenger, but I'm waiting until they come out with the Challenger with the tour pack on the back. It's going to be called the Grand Touring Challenger is what they're calling that bike. So it's coming out very soon.
Yeah,
But,
we actually,
welcome, everybody.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Look, we got some news about that just yesterday, as a matter of fact.
All right.
Yep.
One's already in your garage.
Nah.
It doesn't even, don't you wish?
Is this the way you're telling Barb you're getting a third bike? I mean,
Well, wait a minute.
Right.
No, I only have one bike.
I
She
have
has 2
2.
bikes.
Oh, wow.
I meant in the stable.
That should be
okay.
your channel should be called Her Two Indians.
Yeah.
Virgin Indians.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack, they're our guests. Don't start off by putting our bike. Hey, remember the guy rules. Come on.
Yeah.
Brian and Barb, Bob, obviously I wasn't aware of you guys until about a week ago when he told us that you were going to be on, and I watched a couple of your videos. You guys are really down to earth. Great channel. Really enjoy it. The last one I watched where I think you guys went, I don't remember the name of the town. I know it was, I think I left comments by Anna Maria Island. Where you guys did. I thought it was really cool. You guys have a great time. And if you guys haven't checked them out, make sure you do. A very enjoyable channel. And you guys are just like really down to earth people. And I dig that.
I
Very
appreciate that. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, for sure. Those that don't know me, I'm BoDean 52.
I don't get to introduce myself, but that's fine. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Anyway, Colin. well, since you went off what you're supposed to talk about.
I know I went a little off the tangent there.
Who are you again, Colin?
You already said it. It's right there in the corner. Broncoride. My name's Colin. I ride a 2017 Harley Davidson Street Glide Special, and I live in Maryland, so I'm glad to be here. Now you can go.
Thanks, partner. I'm BoDean 52. I go by the name of Bob, and I have a 2018 Ultra Lemon and a 2000 Road King Classic. So, Colin, I think you said it well. Brian and Barb, welcome. We're excited to have you. I know I found your channel probably 6 months ago, and it's been a ton of fun watching you guys. So,
Hey, I didn't know we were supposed to tell you what we ride. You didn't clue me in on that one.
Only if it's a Harley Davidson.
that's right.
Not if it's
You're a non-Harley person. So
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, tell us about that, though. What do you ride?
So I have a 2018 Indian Springfield, and Barbara.
I have a 2018 Indian Challenger. No, Chieftain.
Chieftain.
I'm yoking your chain.
Yeah.
Did you guys get them at the same time?
No,
No? Okay.
no. It's a long story. We won't get into it, but I bought an Indian. She was riding a Yamaha, and then she had another Yamaha, and then I got the Springfield, and we lost Broncoride.
No, I'm still here.
That's when he goes to the bathroom.
He's kind of old. He's probably having to take a bathroom break 5 minutes in, but
You know, if you leave, Colin, you can leave so we don't have to see it go on mute. Okay, there you go. He's back.
we
You don't
must,
have to go to the bathroom right there.
Well, that's what I do.
that's right. You didn't want to see the facial expressions, right? All righty. All right, you guys ready to roll?
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right. So we are going to start with Brian and Barb. What drives a motorcycle rider to a certain brand? Because we have a lot of folks that follow all of us that ride all different kinds of motorcycles. So it really doesn't matter, right? But did something drive you towards an Indian, and then for the same for the other guys with Harleys? And did you look at others before you bought what you currently have?
I did.
Yeah, well, we both rode Harleys, and I mean, it's a kind of a long story about why we don't ride a Harley, but I'll shorten it down to the experience at the dealership was nothing short of painful. And it was just the opposite at the Indian. I went in strictly to buy a Road King. I had my sights set on that, and it was an awful experience. And I am not an idiot, and I hate being taken for a fool. And I tell you what, the salespeople there are just disrespectful. Well, in my experience.
Yeah.
So anyway, aside from that, that's why I don't ride a Harley. I have my sights set on a 2003, by the way, 2003 Deuce, anniversary edition Deuce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Wake up.
Yeah. What?
Hey, Brian, you can't see her, but she's staring you down, just so you know.
Oh, believe me, I can feel it already.
Hey, you know what? Those dealerships don't sometimes realize that one experience can drive people to exactly what happened with you, right? It can get them to change brands even. So
it wasn't one experience. It was like I went to 3 different dealerships, and they must train their salespeople the same way at all of them. And it was awful. Yeah.
wow.
And I'm in sales, so you know I know how you should treat a customer, and I know that you should give them respect, etc. And they're just playing games, and I don't have time for that.
Yeah. How about you, Jack?
Let me see here. So what drives a motorcycle rider to a certain brand? Mine was actually I went to the Harley Honda dealer to buy a Honda Shadow is what I had my sights set on. And the reasoning is basically price, right? I was getting back in after not riding for 20 years. I didn't know if I'd like it again or whatever, but walked in and found that they didn't sell Hondas anymore. So I ended up with this black thing in my garage, and it was a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And, so that's kind of what drove me to the brand because that was the only thing they sold. If they sold a Colgate toothpaste, I probably would have been riding a Colgate toothpaste tube right now, but that's what it is. So that's kind of how it worked out. I do love the Indians. I would like to have a Honda Goldwing, but until they get that storage and that baggage figured out, there's no way 2 people can ride a Honda Goldwing any further than 40 miles. So
well, plus your nickname of HDR, it's either got to be HarleyDayRider or Honda Dayrider. If
yeah,
you
that
Indian
kind of
Dayrider, that's a problem, right?
somebody said that too. You kind of set yourself into sticking with Harley. And I said, well, Harley keeps supplying me with a brand new bike every 3 years. So I mean, they're pretty nice about it. So as long as I don't have to buy them, I guess it's all right.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my wishes.
Colin, how about you?
When I first bought one, I've told the story before. I had a neighbor that had a V-Rod, and I always liked the look of that bike. And this was back in 2006, I believe, or 2007 range. And I've always liked Harleys, but I think once I went down there and I took a test ride on a couple of them, and I got on a street glide, and the thing just fit me. And I guess once I got on a bike and I felt really comfortable with it, and I knew, hey, man, it was like talking to me, I went with it. I didn't even look at any other bikes. And what I've found, though, is the more more experience I've had and seen other bikes throughout the years, I want to try different ones. Like I want to go off as a second bike. I'd love to do like different from Harley. I think Indian's a great bike. I think there's a lot of good manufacturers out there, but the best way to fit is like, you just know, like if you get on a bike and you just feel it. And I felt that with the Street Glide, and I still have it today.
For me, when I first started riding again, I actually bought a used Suzuki. I think it was a C50 maybe is what it is. And I did it at the same time when I talked my wife into her being okay with me riding again. And I told her that I would take the Harley course. And I took the Harley course. Then I bought the used Suzuki. And I think it was just because of the whole, you're at the Harley place, you took their training. It kind of makes you, you hear that it's a great brand. And that's kind of what did it for me. You know what? I asked this question though. I just wonder if we all looked at 5 different brands of bikes, if we would be riding the one that we currently have back when we bought them the first time.
Well, if I could address a little more to the point of the question, the reason why I bought an Indian as opposed to something else is it was American made, which was very important to me. I like the V-twin, but I'm a guy that likes to be different from everybody else. And that's a big driver for me. And the styling, was interesting and different. So that's what drew me to it.
Yeah.
Well, I've test drove 3 different bikes.
Yep.
My first bike was a Yamaha. I dumped the Harley.
Yeah. She didn't like the fixed fairing. It like totally screwed with her brain when she was on a road glide, and it was like, and she dropped into the parking lot.
Yeah, I dumped it.
And that's the first time and last time she's dropped a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopped on the Chieftain and just took off.
Yeah. Never look back.
Yeah, it's very well balanced. But I learned how to ride a motorcycle on YouTube. So don't use me as an example.
I've seen you ride, and I think you're doing pretty good for sure. So,
Good rider, yeah.
Hey, by the way, I forgot. What are we drinking tonight? What does everybody have?
I love
The American Bear.
Yeah.
Holland beer.
Less filling, tastes great.
Wow. What you guys are not drinking beer. What do you have there in Florida?
Tequila.
Yeah, they're like, we don't screw around.
Heck with the beer. Get some tequila.
Yeah, they're doing shots before the stream.
Wow.
They're hardcore. Yeah. Yeah, I am doing shots, by the way.
All right.
Left the bottle in the freezer, but I'm drinking a chilled Coralejo Reposado tequila.
Wow.
Is that my blue bottle?
Yeah, that's your blue bottle.
Why are you drinking my tequila?
Because it's the good shit.
I think guys that were driving people to take shots now to be on with us on Sunday nights, but I like it a lot.
I sip it. It's in a shot glass, but I'm sipping it.
Perfect. All right, so we're gonna go to a question for you, Brian and Barb. You live in Central Florida and you experience some amazing roads. I watched your last video. What's your favorite and why? Down in Florida specifically.
Oh, in Florida?
Just in Florida, yep.
Oh.
I'd have to say the Apopka Loop.
Yeah, so we're kind of lucky here in Central Florida. I mean, what's the first word when you think of Florida? What's
alligator.
Describing the terrain, smartass.
Flat.
Flat, right?
You said the first word. I thought alligator. I don't know.
It's flat, right? But
Yeah.
in Central Florida, we have a very unique geologic formation that has created a ridge that runs from south of Ocala all the way down to the Lakeland area. And two of the highest peaks in Florida, I say, are right here in the Orlando area. And it's 360 some odd feet above sea level. And Sugar Mountain is the biggest one, and it has a prominence of 200 feet. So when you're standing on the ground below and you look up, it's 200 feet above your head. But we have, believe it or not, twisties, hills, big rolling hills, nice long sweeping rides, and it goes around Lake Apopka, and which is a very large lake here in Central Florida. And it's very nice. It's very scenic. And there's lots of other roads around, but that's probably one of the most popular rides around here and very scenic. It's all farmland, country. You know, there's no stoplights. It's just ride for, it's short though. It's only about 100 miles total when you take the whole route.
Same for you, Barb. You like that route as well?
I do like the Apopka route.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like Maytown Road also.
Yeah, that's a long and straight road, but it's also
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's really rural, and there's no houses, there's no traffic, not one stoplight for like 30 miles. Or stop sign even. It's just straight and go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's some curves, but not like twisties or anything like that.
Yeah, I think
But
that's my favorite.
if we go all the way up to Ocala, there's lots of back roads. You can literally ride here for 3 days in the country, just in Central Florida. Doing at least 100 miles a day and never get on the same road twice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Have you guys? You've done the Keys, I'm assuming.
I'm sorry.
We are
You guys done the Keys?
Yeah, we've been there a lot. We haven't ridden down there yet because the weather's got to be right. It's so freaking hot down there.
Yeah.
Even sometimes in the fall and in the late winter. So, and the traffic on US 1 going all the way down is really bad. Like it's 30 miles an hour the whole way. When you're sitting on an air-cooled bike, it better be cool out or you're going to feel it.
That's a January ride for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Sounds like some awesome rides.
Questions.
You're already getting some coming in. And Colin, are you also keeping our questions down for us?
I am now. I do have. I mean, since we're talking specifically about these two, Judy asked, "Have you seen any new Nortons since Indian bought the company?"
We don't have a Norton dealership
Yeah.
around here,
That's what I said. I didn't see
local, so I don't know anything about that. I couldn't answer that.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Judy.
I do have a question. So since the roads are great and the weather is great, are you guys currently in my guest room? So when I come down and stay to ride down there?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
This guest room has been through 2 kids, and
Yeah.
now it's Brian's video
Studio,
room.
yeah.
Little boy.
While you're laying in bed, I'm going to be next to you editing videos, so just be aware of that.
Just put on headphones. I'll be all right. All right. So this is for everyone. We'll start off again with Brian and Barb. A lot of states, you guys are from the warm weather. I'm from Michigan, Jackson, Pennsylvania, Colin in Maryland. It can get cold, right? So would you rather ride in 95 degrees or in 40 degrees?
40. Without a doubt.
For her, yeah. That's a tough one, man, because of where you set that threshold there.
Yeah, that is a tough threshold.
Yeah, I mean, I've ridden in a lot of 40-degree weather, and I'm fine as long as I'm dressed for it. And 95 is hot, but you've seen my videos. I'm in shorts, a t-shirt. Sometimes I'm in a helmet.
I mean,
but it's hot as balls, man. When you're sitting at a traffic light and it's 95 degrees and you're sitting there for 3 minutes, it is bad news. So I'm going to go with 40.
Okay. All right.
40?
I went with 40. How do you like that?
Oh,
You are moving to Connecticut, it sounds like.
I'll move.
Yeah. Jack, how about you?
I would have to agree with them. I would rather ride in 40-degree weather because I can always warm myself up. There's plenty of ways to get warm.
Yeah.
And Mrs. HDR really frowns upon when I'm out riding naked when it's 95. Plus, I come home with
so do we, pal. Just so you know,
I come home with like motorcycle tan. You know what that is. So everything's tanned except your backside where you're sitting. So she doesn't like that very much. But anyway, yeah. So I would much rather, if I had to choose, it would be 40-degree weather.
gotcha.
Can I change the numbers just a little?
No, you can't.
No.
And he's seen the questions beforehand, and now he asks.
No,
All right, so
Pal, we're working on our control thing. We can do this, man. You and I can do it.
we can do whatever we want.
Just qualify it.
I have a hard time riding in winter. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you two. Well, now all three of you. When I was in college, I had a skiing accident. And I got frostbite all on my left hand or my left fingers. So whenever it gets cold, like below 45 or 50, even with heated grips on, all my fingertips turn yellow. And that was from like 30 years ago. Wow. So it's very difficult to ride in the cold weather for me. I mean, like, and I'll wrap it up, put an extra, like a liner on it and everything. It still impacts it. So saying that probably would be 95, but that is so hot. Once you get over like that 95 or 90 mark, it does make a difference. So I would have to pick the hotter of the two though, because it's painful in the winter for me. Yeah, it sucks.
Well, the three of us just came back from a ride together where we rode to and back, and it was 90 plus, right? For us.
Pretty hot.
And in Florida, they're used to it. We weren't used to it. There's a lot of stop and drinking water. I got to tell you, as somebody who lives in Michigan, I think I would take the 95. I mean, I think that the weather up here gets cold. I remember going to Bike Week year before last and just loving coming from the middle of the winter to be able to ride in a t-shirt, right? So
yeah.
But I haven't been there in the middle of summer. It's interesting when you're from somewhere where it's hot, you want to be where it's a little cooler, and when vice versa, right? So and Jack, we know you have a bunch of plug-in gear anyway, so you could be riding minus 20 and
you have to have heated gear, man. It just makes sense,
I by the way, are you going to play the video when you trip over all those wires that get connected to you to heat you up when you get off the bike?
You would not believe how many times you get off the bike and you forget to unplug, but luckily they're quick disconnect. So they just pop right off. So,
I got a question for you later on that, Jack, because I've been thinking about you. We always joke, Brian and Barb, that in all of my videos for the longest time, I would always make a comment about my heated grips, and it's directed right at Jack because he doesn't have heated grips, but he has the plug-in gear, and I always ask him if he's going to trip over all the wires. So
that's because I bought a man bike. I didn't buy a girl bike. Girls bike have heated grips.
Wow.
I have heated grips.
Man bikes do not. Well, you don't have a man bike either.
Hey, Colin, where's that mute button at? By the way, Barbara,
can I mute him?
Regularly on Sundays, we have an opening.
Brian and Barb, before you guys go on to your neck, I know you're about to answer this, but there was a question in here, and I believe it was from Doug Morgan. He wanted to, we were talking about, he said Indians are kind of known, I'm paraphrasing here, that they produce a lot of heat. Is that accurate?
Oh, God, yes. That's why you can't ride them in Florida during the summer. It's miserable.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's true, but to be honest, I don't believe that they produce all that much more heat than a Harley does or any other air-cooled engine. I mean, it's physics, right?
Yeah.
I don't see how it runs hotter than any other bike. I've been on other bikes and I've ridden other bikes, and I felt, I don't know. Here's interesting perspective, I think, on that, is that a lot of people that are new riders that go to Indian immediately don't have a lot of experience. I hear that comment from them more than from Harley riders that go to Indian.
Interesting.
But when I ride the bobber, I don't.
The bobber's a liquid cooled bike.
It's totally comfortable. But when I ride the Chieftain, it's like, oh, get me off this bike fast.
It's hot as hell.
So is the Scout a liquid cooled bike? You just said
it is. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
Did I?
Wow.
You
All
learn
right.
something new every day.
Cool.
Folks, keep the questions coming. We got a big group tonight, so keep them coming. We'll make sure to try to get to as many as we can at the end. And next question for Brian and Barbara. Your channel, Ride with Two Indians, has a great variety of riding. One of the things that got me to continue to watch you guys is you're out riding, you're doing stuff in the garage, and you do live streams. So you have a great variety on your channel for people to watch. Do you like doing one more than the other? And that's for each of you, because it could vary, right?
I think Barb likes them all because it's the same amount of work for her. She doesn't have to do anything. For me, I enjoy the live streams for a couple of reasons. One, we set up a camera and we talk to people and we just go, and then I don't have to edit anything. But for me, the best part about that is really getting to interact with our fans.
Yeah.
You know, we run into them a lot when we're out riding, if we're at a rally, or if we're hanging out at dealerships. We're always getting people come up to us and say that they know who we are. It just happened yesterday, as a matter of fact.
It's humbling.
Yeah, it is humbling, but it's fun to interact with the fans. But I also like doing the how-to stuff for my own purposes, because those videos seem to get the most views.
Yeah. How about you, Barb?
I would have to say I do like interacting when we do our live feeds and stuff, and talking with everybody. I mean, it gets carried away sometimes because we go well after an hour, because there's just so much to talk about, and there's so many questions that are getting asked. And I think the people who follow us are just great people and ask amazing questions.
They ask some great questions, yeah. And I get in trouble a lot because
people start red lights.
People start hearing about what goes on behind the scenes.
By the way, your bloopers this morning was funny. So, folks, when you go check out their channel, you'll definitely see that. You know, it's interesting you said that. When the three of us were riding, we stopped by a dealership, and I was in buying my wife something at the Harley dealership. I bought a nice shirt. Jack bought his wife moonshine, but that's a whole different story.
She's an alcoholic. What do you want?
And apparently not watching. So
no, she's at her AA meeting.
But Jack came up, and there were people that said, "Hey, you guys are the live feed guys, right?" And it was kind of cool just being able to talk to people. And at the end of the day, we all just have this great hobby. We ride motorcycles, and it's really cool to have some friendships that we didn't have before, right? Like,
yep.
Absolutely. Definitely built some really good friendships over the course of this past year with the YouTube channel and the riding. And I mean, people that even we've not met them in person, but we have built a bond, and they're like, "Oh, when you're in our state, come see us."
Oh, yeah.
It's just an incredible community. It doesn't matter if you're on an Indian, a Yamaha, or a Harley or Suzuki. It doesn't really matter as long as you're on and you're not in a car. It's a lot of great people out there in the biking community. Yeah,
so far you're the first one to invite himself to our guest room here.
We just gotta force ourselves in. We're coming next week.
Like there's about 70 people that are witness to them saying it's okay. All right, so this one pertains to me because I'm a bachelor this weekend. So your spouse is away for the weekend. You have nothing, or significant other, politically right bullshit. It's your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. And you got nothing planned. Like today, it's 80 degrees in Michigan, great weather. Are you finding a way to ride and incorporate whatever you can to get maximum time on the road instead of doing other stuff? So, Brian, if Barb happened to be out of town, are you planning your weekend around riding?
You know what the funny thing is and I'm sure you guys can relate to this because this happens to me all the time. Whenever Barb goes away, and it's not often enough, but whenever she goes away, I have all these great ideas of all this shit I'm going to do, right? Like, oh man, I can't wait. And then the moment she's gone, I'm like, I miss her already.
Yeah.
I get the phone call. What time are you coming home? I miss you.
Okay, so now here's the honest answer. The honest answer is I am planning a 2-day ride, and I'm doing an iron butt ride, or I'm gone. I mean, I am not going to sit around, and unless I've got something to do to the bike, or she wants me to paint a bedroom or something, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Yes, I'm riding.
Awesome. The color in my guest room looks fine to me, by the way, just in case.
I like gray.
It's just like,
yeah, I like it. It's kind of neutral. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Jack, how about you?
Actually, my spice went out of town not too long ago, and I had some Old Spice. No, my spouse went out of town not too long ago. She was going away to Deep Creek, Maryland, for a bachelorette party, right, to get slammed drunk and go out and drive a pontoon boat, which is probably the smartest two things you can do one afternoon.
together.
So I found these two weird guys that I hang around with. And we ended up going to the mountains and hanging out and riding, getting away for a whole weekend. So, and we were very adult type people. We didn't drink at all or anything. We just
Not at all.
and ate pizza and drank some
Fresca.
some Fresca.
Fresca.
Yeah. We had Fresca, a very old drink, but it was good. But yeah,
We did the exact same thing your wife did, except we were in a hotel.
Yeah.
and we didn't even drive a paddle boat with Bob like we
And,
wanted.
and by the way, Brian and Barb, just so you know, somebody came up with the idea of doing a drunken live feed.
Yeah, you have to go watch it.
Not the best thing for your channel, but
You can find it on my channel. It's HarleyDayRider. It's at HarleyDayRider on YouTube.com. Check it out.
it was a classic for sure.
We kind of took over the hotel.
We did. Colin, how about you?
Oh, first, before you get to me, I wanted to ask you two real quick. Steve Ledbetter wanted to know if you guys are planning a cross country trip.
Hey, Steve. How's it going, man?
It is in our.
I'm planning it every day, okay? Like, I'm always planning this trip, and I could just never execute. That's my problem.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
we totally
will.
want to. Yeah. My company got acquired last October, and
The company he works for.
the company. Yeah, I don't own it. The company I work for was acquired, and I was praying I would get fired, so I could just take off and go and spend a month and a half or 2 months or
You
whatever.
didn't get a COVID vacation.
No, no, man. I and the first opportunity, I will be doing a cross country and then out of country up to Alaska and then back down. First chance I get, I will be doing it.
That's outstanding. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, it's funny. You kind of think of the stuff going on right now. We all want to make sure we continue working, but a severance package and a couple months to go on a ride sounds fantastic, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? I don't need a severance package. I just need no responsibilities.
I
That's
told
all.
him he'd have to sleep in a tent
That's
on the
fine.
side of the
I'm
road.
cool. I'm cool. Sign me up.
All right. So,
I didn't answer it, but that's okay. That's twice you've missed me today.
that's right.
Colin, you got to step up and do it on your own. Okay.
It's okay.
Hey, Colin, you'll get over it in time.
That's why friends don't let friends drive the channel.
Can't wait till I'm in charge again. I'm going to mute you the whole hour.
Did we miss you? Really, dude? I'm sorry. This is important because
I know.
your bride, by the way, will beat me up if you don't get to answer this. So
Well, if similar to you two, I mean, I have to kind of strategize around this because she'll give me a list, a honey-do list, right? So like she'll say, oh, well, can you do these 5-6 things? And what I figure, okay, this will take me 3 hours. So if she comes home Sunday night, I'll do it from basically 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening and get it done right before she gets home. And that gives me a full day and a half of doing writing. So that's my goal is I kind of put it towards the end because I got to get that done because then she'll come like, I gave you 2 things to do and you couldn't even do it.
So you're the procrastinator. You wait until the very end.
Well, to answer, I normally like get it done early, but if the riding's and it's a beautiful weekend and I've got some time, I'm going to get out on the bike
Gotcha.
and then do that right before she gets home and then act like I did it in the beginning.
I've got a better one for you. You always save a little something for when she walks in the door. So the second she's walking in the door, you're pushing the vacuum or you're like, oh, hey, honey, I've been here all weekend cleaning, you know. It's an impression thing.
So before I go, just to clarify, Colin, you're basically saying your wife gives you a list and is going to give you a hard time if you don't get it done.
Yeah, sure.
Zach has basically said that his wife's an alcoholic. So I want you all to know that if my wife happens to watch this, you are gorgeous and beautiful. I'm glad you're having a good time off.
That's not what you tell me on text messages, but that's all right.
Yeah, you can't put text up on here, so it never happened. Never happened. So, I would tell you, and the reason I wrote this question is because I got the opportunity to do that. And yesterday I decided to do a video on what do you do when your wife's away for the weekend. And I went and had breakfast. I went and flew a drone. I went to a Harley dealership and
went to the strip joint.
Went to the strip. I mean, went and had got my son
passed out on the bed, drink.
Yeah. Puked over the side of the bed,
So next week it'll be me, Brian, and Barb show, and we'll be having a guest show. All right, so this is for Brian and Barb. Some of the videos I've saw that you have, obviously you have a passion for photography. How do you use that in your YouTube channel? And also, Brian, you and I talked a little bit about this, I think, Friday. I think one of the things I love about your channel is I think you do a strong job at editing. So kind of a two-part question, how do you do that? What inspires you? And how does the photography fit in or not?
The photography is recent mainly because it's just a byproduct of me accumulating a ton of cool shit and finding a way to, plus Barbara has an extremely hot friend who needed to have some photos taken. So, so I said, hey, I'm a photographer. So,
and so that's why I asked the question, because I saw that video. So
okay, all right. But I've always loved photography, but I've never really explored it very much. But the other thing is the editing is good. I appreciate that. I use Premiere Pro by Adobe, which is, just a standard program. It's a subscription service that I have to pay monthly for. And, and does anyone inspire me?
When it comes to editing,
yeah,
there's somebody that you watch and go, I like that. Or is it all kind of on trial and error?
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I watch.
Say BoDean 52.
No. Howdy, folks.
I want my videos to be very, I don't want to use the word cinematic, but like television, like a show. Like I want to
Yellowstone.
Yeah, is Yellowstone on tonight, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes, the finale.
Yeah.
What is it called? Yellowstone.
We need to talk about that on the next question, by the way. You and me, Barb, because that's important.
Very important.
But there's no real bloggers that are moto vloggers or whatever that I follow. That I honestly, it's all driven internally. I just have a vision of what I like to watch, and that's what I produce. And if other people like it, great. When I started the channel, a lot of people were telling me, oh, you should be like Adam Sandoval, or you should be like this, or you should be like that. Nobody said BoDean 52, by the way.
Yeah.
But
they might have.
Yeah. Did they mention HDR? I think so. Yeah.
No. HDR takes 15 minutes to edit a 15-minute video. That's how it should work. There's no reason why you need to edit longer.
You're extending to 15 minutes now? Wow, that's a surprise.
Well, it was 15-minute video. You got to watch the whole thing, right? Because sometimes
it takes me literally an hour to an hour and a half per minute of video. That's what I put into my editing.
YouTube must be like Bob. Bob lives in his studio. My wife one day said, does Bob have a job? I said, no, Bob gets paid by a company to edit his own videos. I said, that's what he gets paid to. And he has a meeting like twice a week with people in his business. But
Bob just makes sure nobody from work knows he has a YouTube channel. That's all.
I told him all last week. I'm like, watch his shit. Look what he's doing.
Does this guy ever work? Holy crap.
He never works.
One final point on that. Most of what I do is 99% of what we do is not scripted. I don't have a plan. I don't, think about shots in a way that people that are in TV and movie production think about making stuff. I bring a camera. I see something that's cool. We have a conversation. It's it's all spur of the moment, and I think that that's what people want. They want that.
Spontaneity.
They want something real, you know.
Yeah.
And we totally give that to them. That's all I want to deliver. I don't want no canned bullshit.
Yeah, we're going to do more in our helmet conversations.
Yeah.
You know, just to add to that, I will tell you that when I started YouTube, the first person I met was Jack. And it's funny, the first time we ever rode together, and we still have it on video, I joked about having 9 subscribers, right? So I learned a lot from, the one thing I learned from Jack is, dude, you got to keep it PG related, right? Yep. And you got to be real.
Keep it real.
And as long as you keep it real, you're going to be fine, right? Now, people may not like you, and they'll go watch something else, but at least you kept it real, and you're not fake, right? So, and I think all of us do that. I mean, Colin's the same way. We just kind of keep it real, right?
You can only be fake for so long, and then pretty soon it becomes visible to everybody, and then they know you're fake, and then you're full of it, and you're gone.
And you did mention at one point Adam Sandoval, and he's a great guy. I bought all his books. I read all of his stuff. I even read the Saga of Scooter, which is really cool. But now he has a production, couple of production people that ride around with him, that do all of his filming, does all of his editing, and he's a superstar. We all want to be that superstar one day and get paid to do this, to sit around and talk on YouTube.
Yep. But he's still who he is. He's not trying to be anybody else. And
right, exactly. That's right. He's still straight up. He's still honest. And I tell everybody, find a charity to back. Once you find a charity to back, you will go.
Shut up, Jack.
You will go.
I have 2 charities that I back.
There you go.
And I'm trying to get him to find a charity.
Right. So here's the thing. She wants me to find a charity. But for me, it has to be something organic. It can't be, okay, I'm going to go find a charity to promote because it's good for my channel. No, it's not about that. It's when something happens, and there are things that are near and dear to me, without a doubt. But it's hard for me to go to people and ask for money and do things like that. Even though we're doing that now.
You ask your wife for money all the time to buy those Indians. So
hey, Brian, before we move to rapid fire, I want to say that one of the things, and we talked about this last week and I think the week before, is I personally am not normally a fan of voiceovers. Not that it's right or wrong. Not that you shouldn't do it. I've just never been a real fan of it. Maybe that's because I haven't tried it, right? In fairness. But one of the things I like is when you guys do voiceovers, you do it as a part of the whatever you're putting out, right? So you may be time where you're on the helmet, and then you're talking about a voiceover going maybe from scene to scene. I just think you guys do a masterful job, and I'd encourage people to check out your channel to watch how they do that, especially if you're a new YouTuber. Because I think that's a strength to where I've kind of changed my mind going, maybe I could try that, right? Because I think you guys do a good job of that.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say that. I do think about what I'm going to say, and I try to make it important. So when I'm talking, people don't get bored and tune out. We all want people to stick with the video. But to be honest, sometimes I feel stupid, and I feel, probably like you feel, you don't want to try it, but if you have something to offer, I think that it's a plus.
Yeah. All right, Colin, how we doing? We ready for rapid fire?
We are ready for rapid fire.
All right. So I have 15 questions. Hopefully we can get through those in time. So short answers, like that's possible between the 5 of us, but
never happen.
It's never going to happen, but we will try. All right. We ready?
Yep.
All right. We're going to go in the same order. Any lady guest have a birthday lately?
Me.
That's you.
I like the little elbow, like, fun, that's you.
Happy 29th belated birthday, Barb, by the way. So Jack will be singing happy birthday to us. To you, I should say now.
Absolutely, yeah. Never, yeah. But hey, happy birthday! We're glad that you had another one.
I have rode with Jack and his wife and my wife before, and Jack will be talking and he'll just break into singing. So him not singing happy birthday to you is good for all of us. So
absolutely.
All right. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. We're going to start again with you, Barbara and Brian. You see your YouTube journey ending at some point. If so, when do you think that may be?
A long time
long
from
time. Yeah. I mean, we just started this journey
now. A year
and
ago.
we're taking the adventure as long as we can. And if I have to put training wheels on his motorcycle, I'll do it.
She's got plans for you, man. The channel better go good, and you're going to be riding training wheels. I like
I'll
it.
put in a wagon in the back and film. I don't care.
There'll be a sidecar with Brian in it. Jack, how about you?
Mine is as soon as Hollywood calls and gives me that full motion HDR picture, then I'm going to have to probably knock the YouTube channel off. So, but I'm waiting.
So never.
Never.
Colin, how about you?
I just ended.
It's gone. Look at that.
Classic. Love it.
I enjoy this too damn much, honestly. The people I've met, the things we do, it's amazing. So why give it up?
Right.
I actually did a video that I haven't released because there was a couple good friends of the three of us, right, that stopped for a while and said, hey, there's so much going on in the world right now. I need to stop doing it. But I'm like you guys. I want to keep doing it because it's fun. And I think it helps me to do it. Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. Good one. So Colin says I couldn't ask the question mountains or beach since I asked that before. But so I changed it up, Colin. I hope you'll be okay. Face shield up or down?
Up.
Well, you live in Florida. You got to have it up, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have some bugs or something down there? Love bugs or something?
I have a full windshield.
Screw the bugs. Who cares?
I like it. I like it. How about you, Jack?
Up unless it's raining.
Yeah.
Usually up, but a lot of times I'll leave it in like the 1/4 position too.
Yeah.
Like up about an inch.
Yeah. Colin, I'm the exact same way. For a while I was having a problem without the windshield down with my mic, but finally got it right to where I could have the windshield up, and it's just so much better.
Jack taught us that trick where, for everybody that has seen us, put the black tape on the backside, right, Jack?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That
and
wind noise is gone.
Yeah, you don't have any issue with the wind. Just put a piece
With
of
the whistle, yeah. Just, hey, FYI, I've been riding with a 3/4 helmet for as long as I can remember, and I just finally went to a full face. So I'm just learning this whole face shield thing.
Yeah, gotcha. So you're not even used to that, right?
Nope, hate it.
All right. If something unfortunate happened to you while you were riding, you're still alive, right? Are you going to try to get it on video?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
When we were in South Dakota, a deer jumped in front of his motorcycle, and I yelled at him, "Did you get the camera?"
That a girl.
I had just shut the camera off.
Jack,
I would get 1 million views.
Yep. Absolutely. Go back and watch my video on my channel called "Oh No, It's a Turkey." It was very unfortunate. It could have killed us both, but it would have been great to see Mrs. HR flying over my head. If I could have got that in slow-mo.
Yeah.
But we both stayed on the bike, but the turkey lived. But it was a good time. So yeah, always get it on video, folks. It's not about the slide; it's about the video.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'd feel bad going to someone that's like injured, but I'd be like, hold on a second, I got to turn on the GoPro.
Yeah.
Can you do that again?
Can you do that? Now, let me help you. No, I would do it.
Wreck again.
I am with you guys. It's for the video. Hell yeah, it's going on, right?
But you got to remember, we are documentaries. That's what we do. We have to document everything in life. That's our job. That's our mission.
It's our legacy.
Well,
It is our legacy, right? It's a legacy. We have to do it.
yeah.
People are watching going, you guys are full of crap.
No, hey, I just posted a video like 2 weeks ago. I had been out riding it, and I was shooting a video, and I ran to Home Depot, and I had to go back. And on the second trip, I didn't take my camera, and I swear to God, a guy's canoe slid off the back of his SUV right in front of me, spun around in the road.
Oh,
And
my.
I didn't have my camera.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, video.
That never happened. You don't have it on video. That never happened, right?
That's right. Yeah, you guys are right. If it didn't,
I almost the other day I had a deer incident almost, right? A doe ran in front of me, and I'm like, why don't I have the camera on now? I just shut off, right? So, all right, your favorite piece of riding gear?
Wearable? What do you mean?
what's your favorite piece of riding gear?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
My in-helmet audio system.
Okay.
I'm a music freak. I listen to music all the time.
Nice. Jack?
It would have to be my T-shirts. They're pretty famous, so that's what would have to be. I don't believe in riding jackets, but I believe in riding T-shirts. And Henry actually talked about that today. He goes, "Hey man, I don't care what anybody thinks. I ride the way I want to. I'm 72. Screw them."
Well, we'll be seeing a safety video from the Harley-DayRider.
That's right. Safety first.
Jack,
right.
are they branded shirts like our two Indian shirts?
Yeah, all my shirts say, "Look, this one got a woman on it with like, wait, look. This is an Indian right here. Can you see the Indian? Wait, no, that's a Harley.
Canadian flag you got there?
Hey, Jack, just pull your shirt down, please.
Look, I got a belly shirt, Ma. Put that shirt down, boy."
That's right. Colin, how about you? And I bet it's going to be moto skivvies.
We do not want to see your man boobs, Jack. Just no, actually, it's not. It's actually my touchscreen gloves.
Those are nice.
Oh yeah, I use those all the time.
Wow, you wear gloves with fingers? What?
For me, I have a showy helmet, and I just think they're the best helmets out there. Also, a shameless plug for HarleyDayRider. This little extra battery,
that thing's nice, man,
that is on the side of the helmet to keep everything charged all day. Dude, you should be getting money for that because I
think I did a video on that. If you go to HarleyDayRider on YouTube, you can find a video. Watch it.
You did. It super helpful.
Great.
They work great. All right. In your garage, if you don't have a garage, act like a fridge, act like you have one, right? So in your garage, do you have beer, wine, water, or pop?
Pop?
Yeah.
Pop? What's a pop?
Soda?
I am not putting my father in the fridge.
Soda.
Soda.
I purposely put pop in there because I knew I would be getting this. It's not soda, it's pop.
Pop.
But, all right, soda. So what do you have in your fridge in your garage?
So we have soda, microbrewery beer, tequila, bottled water, seltzer water, because I like my club soda.
With 3 limes.
With 3 limes. And I think that's it.
Yeah, we have a wine fridge just for the wine because we're snobs.
Wow.
No, we're not.
Tequila sounds great, except my wife, who I used to go to Mexico with, she drinks tequila and she wants to walk around the middle of Mexico at 3 a.m. drunk. So no tequila in my household. But,
that's why she joined AA with my wife.
Look, if you have a really good tequila, it is smooth.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe that's what I'll do until she gets back in town. Get some tequila. Jack, how about you? You got a great, awesome new garage. I know you're going to be putting a fridge in there soon. When are you going to stock it with?
Mine's going to be beer because, when the guys come over, we have to have a place to chill out and drink a couple beers.
Yeah. Awesome. Colin?
Yes on all of it.
Dude,
I have we're not big wine drinkers, but there's beer, always Coke Zero, because we're Coke Zero people. And then the pop. I'm sorry, I just can't get over that. It's like the crick or creek thing. You Pennsylvania people call it a crick.
No, it's a stream.
It's
a stream.
Hey Jack, don't kid yourself, dude. I was riding with you when you said something about a crick, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
He's like, what's a crick? I'm like,
crick is in your neck.
And just to clarify, if you're from Michigan, it's pop. When I lived on the East Coast, I started calling it soda, but I live in Michigan again, so it's pop. I will tell you, I have all of the above in there. So, all right, Sturgis videos. Have you had enough of them already? And if not, or have you watched over an hour in combined of the Sturgis videos?
The only Sturgis video worth its salt is my video about why rubs don't go to Sturgis.
I saw that.
I thought that's all it was there, actually.
I identify with. I mean, I understand that one. We talked about that on a stream probably a month ago about what rub meant and if we felt that we were honestly that, right? So that was a good one for sure. Jack, how about you?
I've had enough. I watched. I think it was Blacktop. Not Blacktop. Was it Blacktop Devil? No,
he's in the chat.
Who was the other guy we had on? Shoot.
Dirty D's.
Dirty D's.
I watched Dirty D's live streams. I was very excited to watch those, but all these videos of Sturgis. Hey, I'm glad everybody had a great time, but yeah, I don't sit around watching all that.
Yeah. Over an hour or under an hour, Jack?
Way under an hour because I'm married to a beautiful woman, and I don't need to see a bunch of naked women with boobs hanging out to sell beer. I mean, so you know.
Isn't that funny? We go to Sturgis because we want to ride in the Black Hills, but yet all the videos are about half-naked women with their boobs hanging out.
Yeah, and I don't need that. I mean, like I said, if you know, but yeah. And,
I mean, I need that.
Are you trying to make up for the whole she's an alcoholic comment earlier?
No, she knows that. That's fine. It's not a big deal, guys. It's not nothing unknown. I mean, Mrs. HR once said, if anybody came in and looked at our kitchen counter and wondered, do we ever eat or do we just drink whiskey? Yeah. We have about every kind of whiskey you can possibly think about. You know, but it's good.
Yeah, and we are obviously friends with you and your wife. So to Mrs. HDR, I'm sorry.
We will take you down the rabbit hole with us.
Colin, how about you?
Definitely over an hour, and I've actually enjoyed them a lot. And I don't know if it's different with you, Jack, because you've actually been there, and I've never been there. So I find them interesting and getting different takes. I know Mr. and Mrs. Blacktop Devil are in the chat right now. You guys did some awesome videos.
I like those guys. I love their videos.
Yeah, they did really nice jobs. I mean, even you know, like I agree. I think Jack, we brought this up last week. It was good seeing them live.
Yeah, I like live.
Kind of like the instant going on right there, but at the same time, I enjoy where people get back and then take the time, put it together, really good edit, and come out with some good videos. So I think if you were to ask that question 3 or 4 weeks, it might be different. I think, you know, there's a timeliness factor of it, you know, as long as you're not watching them a month or two from now.
Yeah,
I think you hit that nail on the head, Colin, because a lot of people know when I travel with Miss HR, we post a video every night. We carry a laptop with us. You know, when those guys go to Sturgis and you're seeing like in November, look at my Sturgis videos. Like, I don't care, dude. It's over. Forget it. Give it up. You know?
I mean, I got a kick out of the one that was going around, you know, the one Bob showed up when he was protesting. Everybody wanted to beat him up. Did you guys see that?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean,
Bob standing in the middle of the street there with the
I don't know how
the guy came. I had to kick his bike. What can I do?
That was like recommended, and it had like God, I haven't watched it in about a week, but it had like 500,000 views of these, you know, and everyone just filming these protesters, and I was like, wow. So the algorithm works for Sturgis, I'll tell you that.
That is no doubt.
Did you notice the protesters showed up after all the motorcycle gangs left?
I think it was on the last.
They would just shot him in the street and been like, "See ya, dude. You're freaking weird."
Yeah, that was some great stuff. You know what? I'll tell you what. As a guy that went to again Bike Week for the first time down in Florida, I was really interested in watching it. So I would tell you over an hour. Seeing Blacktop Devil and Dirty D's and all those folks that we are all friends and you know. It was really watching their videos, but I learned one thing. I just want to ride the roads out there. If it's not Bike Week, I mean, if it's not Sturgis Week, that's fine. I just want to see those. I need to ride those roads.
Next year, guys, we'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Last year we went about 2 weeks before the rally, and it was just glorious.
That's when we went 2 weeks before, and we had a great time.
Yeah. And you can still buy all the shirts.
Yeah, there you go. Cheaper probably too, right?
You can still get the $60 T-shirts. I mean, you know, they're 10% cotton. I mean, they're great.
All right, guys, we're running a little low on time, so I'm going to speed us up. Okay. All right, we got about 7 or 8 more quick questions. Newest YouTube channel you watch that's non-motorcycle.
Oh my God! It would have
see, you should ask for the questions. I'm going to ask something that makes you really think.
It would have to be a sewing.
He watches sewing. stuff on how to edit. That's what I watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, how about you?
I watch a channel called Boobs and Bass. It's a girl that bass fishes, and it's wonderful. Yep.
Boobs and bass.
Boobs and Bass. Yep.
Wow.
I think she can
I gotta write that down.
she can reel fish in with her boobs.
Jack, after tonight, do you think your wife, when she divorces you, is going to let you keep the motorcycle, or you think that she's going to get half of it?
She'll be too drunk to not even know.
That's right.
She always tells me she'll bury me under the garage.
She's drunk. She'll never know. I like that. Brian. That's great. Colin, how about you?
I discovered about a month and a half ago a channel called Company Man, and it's all about business and like all the different businesses throughout the country and their history. It's actually, guys, really good.
Cool.
Company Man, love it.
Cool. I watch a show called Tula Endless Summer. And it's about a couple that sail all over the country, all over the world. And I watch a lot of sailing videos. I don't know why, because I don't want a sailboat, but it's kind of cool. Those people that have shut down their life and all they do is go sailing forever. Something is cool about that.
Bob,
So you want to get a pontoon boat? I know.
Bob, are you a Sailing La Vagabond fan?
No.
Oh my God. You talk about editing and interesting couple and just fantastic. They have 1.5 million followers. They're fantastic.
Wow.
Sailing La Vagabond.
All right. I'll have to check that out.
Watch it, yep.
The newest YouTube channel you watch, it doesn't have to be somebody that's new, but it's motorcycle related. Somebody that maybe you've just found that you kind of like their content. They maybe you've seen over the last couple months that you didn't watch before.
Her two wheels.
Her two wheels for you. Yeah. For me, it's Blacktop Devil. I just started watching them about 1.5 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. They're great. They're good people too. So that's a great channel. Jack, how about you?
Mine would have to be probably this guy named Broncoride and this guy named BoDean 52. Both really nice channels, really good people.
You couldn't think of one, could you?
I would have to say switch gears, but he keeps not coming on the show because he's a Marine in the military and they have to do that military stuff, like save us from, the foreign evil people, COVID mad people out there.
See, Jack, if you took the questions beforehand, you'd have time to look one up.
No, I don't. No, you can't do that. You guys are probably going through college going like, hey, we got the cheat sheet over here. We'll pass the test.
Colin, how about you, Colin?
I mean, this isn't a cop-out, and I'm just saying this because I just joined you guys a week ago. The two people that are in our bottom right corner. I really enjoyed you guys.
Aww.
Oh, that's the major suck up right there, isn't it?
Suck up points right there, right? I have no reason to suck up, but that's
Don't get on Colin.
Yeah.
Your opinion here.
And he wants a free place to stay if he ever comes to Florida.
Yep, that's not true.
No, dude, I asked first. You're out. Don't give me that.
No, you guys got a good channel, man. Keep it up.
Yeah.
I watch a channel called $1 Million BoDean, and a lot of people talk to me about this. Guy's got 55, 60,000 subs. He is funny as crap.
What is it again?
$1 Million BoDean, BoGAN. He's extremely funny. Rides all over the place.
From the UK.
He's a real estate agent. He's a pretty wealthy guy, but I'll tell you what, he spends a lot of his time about men and men's issues and suicide, and that's not what his channel's about, but he's a lot more than just some guy that rides on a motorcycle talking. I mean, he really tries to make a difference, so I really respect him and like him a lot. So check him out. All right, what animal around your house would you like to as I tell Mrs. BoDean, I'm going to go relocate that.
You mean euthanize?
You mean shoot them?
What kind of question is that?
Relocate
To your house, Jack.
I'm burial.
We don't really have any.
No animals are allowed in this house anymore.
No, what about outside? There's nothing
Outside.
around. You're from Florida.
Alligators.
You have alligators in your front yard?
Alligator.
No, we have bears. But
We have bears.
Yeah.
Well, maybe bears should be it.
There's bears in Florida.
Yeah, we don't really have
As long as
animals.
they're not in my house, I'm fine.
You guys got to move. You got to get somewhere where there's a bunch of animals around you or something.
We have lots of animals: bobcats, hawks, bears, coyotes. Yeah, everything.
All right. Jack, how about you?
Good to see groundhogs. I actually, I relocate them by putting a 22 rifle out my back kitchen window, and I relocate them by putting a bullet through their forehead. So And then these other animals carry them away. They have this little funeral and it's like omba, omba, and they carry them down. It's really crazy.
You should take apart too, right?
So the animal activists that follow our channels are now all unsubscribed to our channel. So
well, hey, you said I relocate them. They go.
Bye, PETA.
yeah, that's right.
What'd you say? Bye, penis.
How about you, Colin? Colin, you have some Bambis in your yard that I'd like.
We have deers, but
okay.
I like the deers. I'd like to relocate the copperheads.
Oh my God, I couldn't do that.
We have a couple that we run into probably once every couple of weeks, and that's where the flathead shovel comes in.
Nice. And you guys are really tough on animals. I got to tell you what.
I live in a forest, man.
Yeah. So for me, it's groundhogs. I have probably 60, 70 acres behind my house, and they will make these tunnels in the yard, and they're nasty. I've tried just about every home remedy to get rid of them. I finally had a lawn service that said we can get rid of them, and they come out and they put these little gummy bears in the hole, and apparently they eat those and it kills them. But they charge you like $50 for the first one, and then they only guarantee it for like 60 days. I swear it's.
Isn't it?
What's that?
How much THC is in the gummy bear? She said.
and you know what? Day 61, there's like a new thing in my yard, and I'm gonna kill all of them. Pardon me.
I think a 22 bullet is like 12 cents.
Yeah.
Dude, they don't come out of the ground. They just make a mess.
Have you tried the Caddyshack thing?
Yeah, it's right. Stick dynamite down in the hole. Boom! Shoot them.
Hey, come on! Aren't we all such guys? Could you not? If you had nothing to do, or you were channel surfing and Caddyshack came on, you're watching it again. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
you're watching it, but that's the best part where they flood them. And he puts dynamite at the end.
And don't you always root for you root for the gopher, right? You want him to like win.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm just replaying every Rodney Dangerfield line in that movie.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
You buy that head, or you get that head.
It looks good on you.
That's right. What extra camera gear do you carry in your bike normally?
I have 2 GoPros, and then I carry the Sony A6500, which we're on right now.
Okay, awesome. Jack?
Usually just extra batteries.
Okay, Colin?
Drone.
Ah,
Yeah, I carry the drone with me, and then obviously the normal stuff.
Hey, Colin, are you able to get it out and fly it often enough? Because I have one, and it just always seems to be a pain in the ass.
No, it's not a pain in the ass at all. That was actually one of the questions. Who
But we don't know. Don't tell us.
No. Somebody in the chat asked it about. Forgive me, I don't remember who wrote it, but I believe it was.
But if you're riding,
Henry actually asked about drones, and do you use them on your channel? I know a couple of us do.
I do, but when usually we're riding with other people, and I feel like I'm imposing on everybody when I'm like, "Hey man, let's stop and break out the drone and spend 20 minutes getting footage."
Hey, Colin, did you catch what he just said? Because if we're riding with Colin, we are all stopping.
I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
Stop! Back the bike is up. Where were we riding? We were riding in West, maybe the Motovlogger meetup, where Colin's like, we're on comms together. He's like, we just drove by the greatest drone place. We should stop. I guess we're not stopping. We just drove by it, right? So I have a GoPro, so obviously we have to have extra batteries. And now that I'm a new drone owner, I keep the drone with me too as well. So, all right, we're wrapping up here. 3 or 4 questions, so stay with us, folks. Prefer to ride early in the morning or early evening, not nighttime, but early evening.
Both.
No, you got to pick one,
Evening.
Morning.
dude.
Evening.
Morning.
Doesn't that create a problem for you guys when
We got more problems than that, buddy.
we're here to help? Jack, how about you?
Mine is early morning. Usually by evening, the bike's in the garage.
Got it. Colin?
Evening. It's the best time to ride.
Evening.
So when you get home from work, Colin, do you take the bike out? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if I ride it to work,
Yeah, if you ride it.
yeah, I mean, I'll take an extra hour and then just go enjoy the sunset.
Got it. Cool.
Depends on what time I get up.
I'm the same evening. And hey, while we're on this topic, just remember, folks, it's that season for the 4-legged animals called deer.
Why do I say that? I'm going to hit one, get killed. You'll be at my funeral going, I should have never said that. Poor Jack. Now you said.
Brought it up for the live stream.
Just make sure you get it on video.
But you two are on my pallbearers list, so and I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm not too heavy for you guys.
Well, I'm going to edit your video and post it first. So, hey, just to clarify, an hour after light and an hour before dawn is when they're out the most, right?
I got to tell my boss that I can't come to work until freaking noon, and I'm going to leave at 2, so it's nice and light out.
You're welcome. Your preferred device for watching social media. So when we get off this and you go to watch a BoDean video, how do you watch it? You watch it on your phone, your laptop, TV? What do you like?
Cell phone.
I prefer the computer, but it's usually the cell phone.
Okay.
Usually on the toilet device I'm sitting on. Oh, wait, device. You mean electronic device?
Not there.
Jack, you talk
about device. I'm sorry. No, usually. I get you guys laughing. How you're thinking? Now you're like, wait a minute.
No, I do the same thing.
How many people used to read the paper? Now we take this to the bathroom. But no, on my phone, guys.
We can take that whole conversation down the road. I've asked my wife if she's poop texting me before.
Yeah, you never yell anymore. Bring more toilet paper. No, you just text it. It's nicer.
Yes, you have to ask that question. I mean, come on.
That's right. Boy, I'll tell you what. Once we run late, it goes downhill. Colin, how about you?
I rarely watch television or the computer. I'm a phone guy.
Wow,
definitely.
I will tell you, if I'm watching a video, normally it's on my iPad if I'm at the house. So, all right, 2 more guys. Do you wear a watch?
Yes.
I'm a watch guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jack?
Apple Watch all the way, baby.
Yeah.
Analog.
Might have an iPhone 6, but I got a new Apple Watch.
Jack's iPhone is 100 years old, and we're gonna have a GoFundMe for Jack's iPhone. One of these.
Yes, do that, please.
So, Colin, how about you?
This is my watch. No, I do not wear a watch. Nope, no
Pocket watch.
Wow. I am a watch guy. If I drive to the office and I'm 10 minutes out and I don't have my watch out, I am turning around and getting my watch.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I got issues.
But are you digital or analog guy?
I'm digital. I'm digital.
He can't read the analog ones with the hands because
exactly.
He can't figure that out where they're at.
It confuses me. One's longer and shorter than the other. Cool. All right. So, and this is really for Brian and Barb. Why do you think people like your channel? You guys have a great following. You've only been doing this over a year or so. Why people watch you guys?
I wish you would have given me these questions in advance.
See?
He offers.
No, you should watch the channel if you want to enjoy great rides, beautiful scenery. If you want to learn how to do stuff, if on your bike, replace what you name it, and because Barbara's in them and she's gorgeous and she's fun to be around. Yeah.
That is.
I always say women bring viewers.
Yeah.
No women, no subs. That's just life.
No,
that's not what you said. You said boobs bring viewers.
Yeah. I'm going to create a channel. It's called Her Two. I'm going to create a channel. It's going to be called Her Two Boobs.
So Brian, I have to share this. So when I asked Brian to be on, he was grateful and said yes. And, I said, hey, we love to have both you guys. I see you guys as a couple. And Brian said, yeah, I know she's better looking than me. Don't worry, she'll be on. And I kind of laughed about it. And then he sent me another note going, don't worry, she's still showing up.
Yeah, he kept asking the question hey, I can't wait to have you guys, both of you on the show.
Just to clarify, it was more of a respect thing than getting you off the channel. But the last one you sent, I remember sending a note back going, hey, if you're sick and can't make it, it's okay.
Really, Bob knows it's bringing his channel subs, guys. Don't let him bullshit you. Don't let him do that.
Where's that remove button? Yeah. Hey, Jack, other than you being the grandfather of motovlogging, what's your thoughts on why people watch you?
Well, first of all, let me say to these two folks, if you've been doing this a year, and I just looked at your channel, I'm seeing you got 2,092 subscribers. That's absolutely amazing. If you've been doing a year, I've been doing it 5 years and just cracked 4,000. And 2,000 of those I've actually paid $100 each to subscribe to me. So
he pays us weekly.
I pay them weekly to hang out with them just to make me look good. So, but no, you're doing a great job. You really are. So, and if that's in the editing, God love you for that, because my editing, these guys know if it's a 10-minute video, it's a 10-minute edit. I talk about it, I say it, and I post it. If you like it, great. If you don't, go away. Right. So, but why should people watch my channel? Because I'm real, I'm authentic, and I give you what I believe you want to watch. So I think that's about it.
Colin?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's similar to kind of what you just said, Jack. I mean, when I went into this, I've told people this, I went in it to meet people, not just like grow in popularity. It was more to get out there and find like-minded people that rode motorcycles, and God, I've met some awesome people. And
not us, but awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's what's that?
Beside us.
I said not us, but some.
Besides you two, no. I mean, it's. I mean, I'm probably the most laid back. I mean, for the two of these guys on the top left and bottom left, they know me. I'm pretty real. I try to have fun. I mean, it's just like getting out there and talking and trying to relate to people, you know, and I try to inject some humor here and there, and sometimes I do install videos, and I just try to keep it real and have fun. And that's, to me, that's what it's all about. That's probably one of the most important things when you come across a channel is they're not fake. And we talked about that earlier. And just having fun, man. I mean, we're putting on a camera on our head, we're hitting record, and we're just talking about our lives. And then we come home, put a little edit together, and upload it to YouTube. And just by doing that, you've met the best people, and it's amazing.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, Barb, what was that?
I'm sorry. I think being real and authentic. I mean, showing that you're human and not untouchable, which is what movie stars are. They're untouchable.
Right.
Yeah, just like everybody else out there, right? Everybody wakes up, we put our pants on one leg at a time, and everybody goes to work. You know, we make payments on our motorcycles. That's what we do. Just like, and like you said, Barb, about movie stars, we don't go to a YouTube glamour meet and people give us, you know, $400,000 bags of shit that we don't need,
right?
That we can afford to buy, right? So I think you're right. I think it's exactly what it is. The authentic.
You know, I think you guys hit it. I don't think I can add anything other than please keep watching, because it saves me from therapy bills. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, but you're my therapist, honey.
Yeah. So, hey, Jack, I'm going to start with you. You kind of some last words, if you don't mind.
No, guys, thanks a lot. Riding with Two Indians. I tell you what, I love the Indian motorcycles, and you guys hit it nail on the head. If you go somewhere and you're mistreated, I hope that's not the whole entire Harley Davidson industry. It's kind of getting to be that way. It's being a little cutthroat, but really, thanks to both of you for being on the show. We do appreciate you here, and definitely love watching your videos. And maybe I'll learn, probably not, how to actually edit. So I'm not really great at it, but thanks for being here.
You may learn it if it's in 15 minutes, but
I may 15 minutes or less.
Colin, how about you?
Bob, Jack, as always, I appreciate you two. You two down in the bottom right corner. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You guys seem like really great people, and you know, I wish you much success, and you don't have to, and don't melt in Florida. It's a little hot out there, but thank you too for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and you guys have any final comments?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, if you haven't checked out our channel, it's Ride with Two Indians. It's I think Colin really mentioned something that I hadn't touched on. Humor is a really big part of what we do. I love to laugh. I'm quick to laugh. I love to make jokes, and I think I like to deliver that to people. And so whatever we're doing, you are going to laugh, whether we're riding, whether we're putting on a new set of pipes or whatever. It's a shitload of fun.
So take
Right
an
on.
adventure. Life's too short not to.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, I just want to say, Colin, Jack, thanks for the friendship. I appreciate that. And you guys were awesome. I would tell people that we wouldn't invite people on here that we don't like, that not only don't have great channels, they have a great channel and they're good people. So make sure that you check them out. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking in. We'll see everybody next Sunday night where Jack will be leading the charge. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
All right, folks. Thanks. Be safe, everybody.
We'll see everybody. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.